Everyone wants to get a name brand e-dirt bike, Sur-Ron, Talaria, Eride Pro, but nobody wants the $6,000 price tag. I've got 3 ways to get one for way less, and one of them is a secret spot. Nobody talks about this, it's not Alibaba. Today we're going to be going over where to find deals, what to check, how to negotiate, and the secret source, guys. Stay to the end. You can get a Talaria MX5 for $1,200 to $2,000. Do not miss out on this. So Facebook Marketplace, I know you all know it exists. Duh. You're all looking on there and you're all seeing these bikes going for near exactly what they are to get, just not shipping and taxes. And that's bullcrap. You need to pay attention to certain things when you're actually negotiating for these bikes. Everyone wants to get the most out of what they put into it. It's just not how it works, unfortunately. So batteries, they have finite charge cycles. You can only charge them so many times. This thing claims around 1,000 charges. I don't believe that, but whatever. If I were to find one of these on Facebook Marketplace with 1,000 miles on it, I would not think that's worth that. The battery would have to be replaced. Other things, like for example, tires, that's another $200, $300. Rotors and brake pads, that's some more money, $80, $90. They have a belt that drives the primary chain. You have to replace that belt every so often. The motor could be clapped. You don't know these things. If you're gonna get a crazy deal on one of these bikes to get entry into there, really affordable, make sure you're not getting ripped off, because if you got to replace those things, it's not the end of the world. You might still get a still on a messed up bike and spend $1,000, $2,000 on a battery or a new motor or something like that. The motor's not that expensive, but you know, you could replace these things in theory and still not get ripped off in the end. Or for example, RTR lights. People are selling these bad boys. These are not legal to the streets. They buy them, they get in trouble, and they go to sell them. They want $2,000 for this thing. When you buy this bike from me, it's $2,090. Turnover in these bikes is really quick. Everyone knows that. I bought a tiny bike, then I wanted to buy this bike, but then I also wanted a tiny bike again. Turnover is really fast, so don't go buy something that you know is going to be clapped out in the next 3 months and you can't resell it. Make sure you buy something that you will be able to upgrade to as well. If you get a Talaria XXX, you're going to want a Talaria MX4 or MX5 eventually, or an Eride 2.0 or 3.0. So make sure you can actually get some money back from what you put into this thing as well. Do not forget that. They're on Facebook Marketplace constantly being flopped over by the same people, because they buy one, want something bigger, better, move on. And if you want something new without the tax of the big brand names, the big 3, you know, Sur-Ron, Eride, Talaria, they are a quality product, but they also demand more money than in reality they probably should. If you're wanting to dodge that, still get a super solid bike, then look in areas like this. This is the RTR LITE. This bad boy is a 5,000 watt peak bike. Comes in at $2,090. It's a 60 volt 20 amp hour battery. And if you add another 2K to it over time, because of course you buy it, you get to ride it and have fun, get a bigger battery, get a bigger motor, then you get up to the 57 plus mile per hour speed range. This bad boy tops out at 45 currently. Still, for $2,090, this is a solid bike. There's other bikes as well. There's the RAR Mantis X Pro, which just dropped recently. It's a 15 kilowatt peak, so 1 kilowatt peak higher than this is capable of. A beautiful bike, recently dropped $4,399, so still cheaper than the Eride Pro, Sur-Ron, and Talarias. As well, my favorite out of the 3 currently is the G300 Pro by Happy Run Sports. It is a pedaled electric dirt bike, 50 mile per hour top speed, 6,500 watt peak. It has pedals, so street legal, a lot harder to get impounded and stuff like that. We'll get it impounded in a little bit. And then as well, it's hard metal frame. I really like the bike. Right now it is $24.99. It's $1,000 off the normal price. And with the code I'm putting in the description, you can also get another $200 off. So go ahead and check that bad boy out. Super nice, seeing it take jumps, super solid. We'll show it off here. So those options weren't good enough for you. Well, here's the secret, guys. I came to my secret office while it's raining because it's the perfect time to do so. And I'm just going to let you know, it's Copart. If you go on Copart, it's not going to be that simple to find them, but I'm going to show you how to do it, how to save thousands of dollars. I've seen Mint, Talaria MX5s, Sur-Rons, Eride 3.0 and SRs go for under $2,500 brand new, guys. And that's where the main problem comes in with these bikes, is that they get impounded. They have ownership issues. A lot of these bikes don't send you certificate of origins or ownership. So when they do get impounded, if the impound yard's kind and lets you do purchase order, things like that, then they'll give the bike back. But a lot of times they don't, because there's nothing to prove it's yours. So then that person loses that bike. But let that person's loss
be your game. I mean, it's quite simple when you think about it. Now, listings often will note, and I'm going to show you a bunch of them on the screen, but listings will often note things like it powers on under its own ability. It runs and drives in gear under its own ability. So you in that moment at least know the motor is not clapped enough that it won't. It's, you know, it's going to move, and the battery's there. You don't know if there's a charger. It doesn't list that. I doubt the charger's with it. But, you know, with getting a bike brand new, because these look mint. I've seen some of them that have absolutely zero scratches. There's nothing bent, and they're not listed as crashed or damaged. They're just like, they have a classification, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're beautiful. Now, there are some other things you're going to have to pay, like fees. You're going to have to get an account on Copart, pay that, and then you're going to have to pay for transportation, and then buy a charger. But if you can get a Talaria MX5 that is mint for $3,000 less than you could in reality right now, it's not just those big three. There's other bikes as well. So when you do go on Copart, there's multiple different ways to find it. Usually they're listed as other. So it'll be things like I type in moped, just start going on Copart, go down to moped. You'll see it'll be like other moped 2025 Talaria. Or a lot of times they don't even put the name because they don't know anything about them, which is another big plus. The auction houses know almost nothing about these bikes. So you guys have a great chance to get in there and super stellar deal. I mean, the bid starts at freaking zero. They're impounded vehicles. They're not, insurance companies aren't trying to get money back on these. So I don't know about there being a minimum on any of them either. But there's other bikes as well, like Zero Motorcycle. They've been making electric motorcycles for well over 10 years now, and they're super solid. You can get multiple Zero motorcycles right now from Copart at a steal. And even if you don't use them on that bike because it's crashed, you can make a go-kart from that shit. I'm not kidding. The motors are insane. The batteries are built to the best of their ability. And they were the staple battery producer for electric bikes and anything for years, and still have that same quality. So there's a million things to find on Copart that have nothing, you know, they're just e-bikes and electric dirt bikes. They're listed as other mopeds. E-bikes don't really pull much up. If you pull up bikes, you can search for hours, you might find some. But like I said, moped, other. I also go into the filter and filter out things like zero, you know, to tell you like how many cylinders. It'll have options for zero, things like that, and that'll help you find those. And set a walkaway price. That's the other important thing. Another unit's going to pop up on Copart. It happens all the time. You'll find another one. Just don't go too crazy to get this bike, because if at the end of the day you save $400, I don't know about that being worth it, boss man. But just keep that open. And then real quick, things to always think about, last few seconds of the video. Battery charger, is it included? Is it the correct voltage / port? They might have just grabbed a random charger they got with an impound. You know, when you're on Facebook, check all the things that are going to be replaced. Battery, tire, brake pads, belts for certain bikes. Not all bikes use belts. Some of them have direct chain drives. You know, resell. Is it going to be able to be resold? Are you buying a one-off that no one's going to want to buy? Are you going to buy something that in 6 months when you want something bigger or faster? You can do that. And that might save you a little bit of money. But those are the 3 ways I'm seeing riders get into name brand bikes for thousands of dollars off. And it's not Alibaba. Everyone says Alibaba, but that's 90 days. You might get ripped off. Not really worth it, I'll be honest. Go ahead and check the description for any links. I do sell a few of these bikes, and I work with those brands. It would really help me out if you did happen to purchase any of them through there. But if not, go ahead. Like I said, guys, Copart. Don't miss out on this. Copart is the way to go.